Welcome back to Let's Get Tipsy.
I'm Priscilla.
I'm Fernando. And this is a podcast where we get a little bit tipsy, talk about random topics because
we can.
Because we can. So,
What'd you do this week, Fernando?
So this week for us, it actually iced. I say iced because
There's
it was
snow.
not snow. For a second, it looked like it though, because I was at work when it happened, and literally it was raining all morning. So the salt that they had to put down, gone.
Gone. No salt.
No salt
Just
left on the
raw
road.
roads.
And then suddenly it was like little pieces of ice, and we're like, oh, it's starting to sleet outside. Maybe we should like leave
And go home.
and go home. But nope, they wanted to wait it out. And then suddenly it started like coming really like down heavy, and they were like, maybe we should go.
No, I always find it really odd when I see people out on the road and I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, and when it had snowed and everybody was closed, apparently we were really busy.
Really?
And I was like, are y'all not scared of the snow? Are you guys that freaking hungry that you want to leave
That
your
is
house?
crazy. No, because so on my way home that day, I had already slid. I was like sliding left and right.
Sledding in your car.
Exactly. But I made it home.
Good.
And then as soon as I got home, that car was not touched at all the next day. It stayed there. And then
I know, I saw your location.
yeah, because that was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So Wednesday we were closed because I live pretty close to where I work, but my other coworkers live like far.
30 minutes.
Like
far.
30 minutes. So I was like, okay, well, it's up to y'all. And then
Worst comes to worst, I can walk home.
exactly.
It's not that freaking far.
I slip on the way. But yeah, because they were like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what the main road looks like, but my neighborhood road, it's ice, like coated in ice. So I don't know about y'all. And well, they ended up deciding to close. But then the next day, on Thursday, we opened back up. And I was like, oh, I'll start defrosting my car. And like 45 minutes ahead, I usually don't defrost it because it's usually facing the sun. And by the time I go out,
Oh, nice.
there's nothing. But this time I did it.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, 45 minutes. It should be good, right? Nope.
Are you serious? You defrosted it for 45 minutes?
Yep. And then I went outside and literally it's like if I did nothing.
What in the world?
It was still a thick coat of ice. And I'm out there like with my hands like trying to like dig at the ice.
I know that was cold.
And I was like, oh, it's not coming off. So I literally just made it into like one piece on the driver's side.
A little 4x6 square. I did the same thing. I don't need to see the rest of the road. It's fine.
And I was like, okay, that's gonna have to do.
I know where the work is at. I'll figure it out.
Exactly. And yeah, I made it. And then after I got to work and went to lunch, like I went back to my house. And then like all the ice flew off. So
Nice.
so it was good by then. But like in the morning, I was struggling.
No.
What about you? How was that your snow day or ice
Thursday? No, that day I remember chilling at work and my boss kept leaving. And then she came back and she was like, oh, like since you live farther away, a good 15 minutes, but still pretty far in comparison to her 1 minute.
Yeah.
Then if you want to head out before it gets too dark, you should. And I was like, cool. It was like about 6 p.m. And I was like, awesome.
Oh, wait, 6 p.m.
Yeah. But
At that point, it had
I'm
already.
due to get out at 9, so.
Oh, okay. That
So-
makes sense though, because if it got dark.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? F it, let's go. But at the same time, I was thinking, bro, I don't need snow days. I need money. Let me clock in. So I remember I went to my car and started turning it on like 10 minutes before I had to leave because I was like, I'm not leaving with my car cold.
Yeah.
I turned it on and I go back outside and I turn on my windshield wipers. Nothing. And I was like, great. Awesome. Exactly what I needed. So I go outside with a little raggedy Walmart gift card and I start scraping at the ice because I'm not scraping at the snow. I'm scraping at the ice and pulling out blocks of ice at a time. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro. I've only been here for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
and then I start taking off the ice, and then my windshield wipers are still not working. So I was like, okay, well, let me pick up my windshield wipers and try to clear them from whatever's going on there. I picked them up. Why is there a block of ice at each end? And I was like, what the freak?
Yeah.
This is gonna break my windshield if I drop it right now. Pointless. I got it off. And then I go back in my car, and then I'm like, I can't see out of my windows. They're covered in ice. I put down the passenger side window, and a sheet of ice is just there. And I was like, wonderful. Exactly what I freaking needed right now. Awesome. At this point, it's like 6:15. I've been fighting ice. I'm barely wearing any like coats, and I'm like, bro, I just want to go home. So I start trying to like push the ice away. It's coming in the car. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't need this anyway. And I start driving home. However, I make a little quick pit stop to get some chips because I was like, snow day.
Might as well get a snack. Yeah.
I stopped by Mike's house, and then right when I'm heading home, my mom calls me for the 15th time, and she's like, stay where you are. Stop driving. It's too dangerous. Me with my little chip bag already, like, darn. I'm so sorry. It's like, God. Whenever you're arriving to work late, but you still have breakfast, and you walk in with the, like, sorry, guys.
Like, I'm cutting it close, but a coffee sounds good right now.
And then you walk in shamelessly, and they know good and well why you're late. But that was that. And then in the morning, I woke up in time to go to work, but I texted my boss, and I was like, I'm gonna still show up, but I'm gonna be late. And she's like, you don't have to. And I was like, are you sure? And I was like, and she was like, no, you don't have to. We're probably closed today. And I was like, but are you sure? Because I can go if you really need me. Me over here thinking about the money and the money I'm losing if I'm not clocking in.
Right.
And she's like, no, it's fine. Stay home. And I was like, call me if you need me. She never called me. But turned out they ended up opening, and it was pretty busy.
Oh, my God.
I was like, who's going out, bro?
Yeah.
I wanted to go out and eat something. But I was like, there's food at home, bro. No. I already slept enough yesterday.
I slept too much that I was too scared to move the next day. But yeah, we closed at 4:30, and then our pharmacist, like, even then, like, it had, like, recently started coming down quick, and she said she still had to wait about an hour for her car to, like, her windshield to defrost.
She couldn't turn on her car when you were discussing that.
Yeah. I don't know why she didn't. I told her, I was like, you're not preheating your car? And she was like, no. She's like, I can't. And then, I don't know, she didn't want to leave her keys in the car and then walk back in, I guess. But the manager does it all the time.
I do it all the time.
But anyways, and then, yeah, it took her about an hour for her car to, like, defrost.
Minnesota people, Washington people, all them, good for y'all.
Good for y'all.
I'm glad y'all can do it, but because I cannot. I'm tired of it snowing.
I remember when we were first hearing about, like, another snow day, I was like, oh.
Another one, like, bro. We just had one.
I was like, we had one already this year. I'm ready for, because it was starting to get warm. It was feeling nice. I was like, I'm ready for that weather. I don't want the cold anymore. Like,
and I love the cold, but we already had, like,
yeah,
cold.
I love it too. And if it's gonna be cold, then let it snow. But it was like, we just had this. Like, I don't need it again.
And thing is, we're not kids anymore.
Exactly.
We're not having, like, okay, if it was like a snow day and I didn't have to go to science class, whoopsie-doo. Now I'm missing out on how much money because I can't go to work because I would die on the way there. It's ridiculous, bro. And we can't get stuff done. I can't run my errands. No, I have to sit home and do nothing.
Exactly. But that whole day on Wednesday, I literally slept all day, and I'm not kidding. Like, literally, I would wake up, like, scroll on TikTok, fall back asleep, wake up, oh, let me go get something to eat, fall back asleep, and then wake back up, and then, like, until the end of the night. And I was, like, so bored, and I was like, oh, I can't even do anything.
No, because I woke up super late, and I was like, I feel like I should be useful. I feel like I need to be productive.
That's how I woke up, but
what
it
is
did
there
not
to
happen.
do? I cleaned the living room. I did what I could.
Yeah,
And
I was
then-
like, I could clean my room, but then I was like,
Bro, I think we may have depression.
we might.
Because the way that I had no will to do anything.
Me too. But when I'm at work, it's crazy because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna
Bro.
clean my room, fix my life up.
No, that's me right before I go to bed at 4 in the morning.
Or that.
I'm gonna wake up at 7 in the morning, go for a run, go take a shower, go to work. And I'm like, bro, I want to do it so bad because I'm like, I know that's what brings me like serotonin.
Yeah.
I know the formula for happiness. I know I have to go outside. I know I have to work out. I know I have to eat healthy and do recreational activities. But what do? I lay in bed on TikTok.
No, literally.
My own problems are self-made.
Because I remember when I used to go work out in the morning with my sister, full energy throughout the day. I like got off of work and still like had energy. But now I don't work out I mean, it's been a long time, but anything just makes me like so like, ugh, I don't want to do anything.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Because I remember, I know I can. I know I should.
Yeah.
But that, I did read an entire book.
Oh, really?
You know, we were off. I started in the morning because I just finished my series.
Uh-huh.
And I was telling Mike, I need something else. I need a fix. It wasn't as good as my original series. But I was laying there and I ended up reading the entire thing. I remember like around 4, I was like, I'll stop at 5. I'll stop by 6. I stopped by 7. Never stopped. I finished the book.
Oh.
And I was like, and I still feel useless whenever I read books because I feel like I got nothing accomplished.
Oh, I can see that.
It's like I'm watching like 10 movies. What did I gain from this?
True. I don't know, but people say it's good to read books.
I would severely disagree. Well, no, that's wrong. I should start reading self-help books.
Oh, maybe. I thought about it too, cause, okay, so yesterday I went with my sister to go pick up order that she had placed. It was for a Kindle, like the little like reading things.
Yeah.
And I had just recently bought a little iPad too, so it gave off the same vibe because I also bought that one screen protector that feels like paper. And then I was like, low key, I should start reading books. But I'm like, what books do I read though?
For books, to find something interesting, I mean, just think of whatever trope you'd like. I forgot how easy this was because used to find books, I'd sit there and think of like authors I like, or I look up book recommendations on TikTok, and then
Yeah,
I was
like, thinking of doing that.
Wait, I can find whatever I want on the internet. So I literally just had to go into the internet and look up the trope I wanted, the vibe I wanted, the sadness level I wanted. And then a Reddit post was like, let me try to read the beginning of the Reddit post. Because I was like, right now I sound like a psychopath, but this is exactly what I want to read right now.
Literally, I don't know why that just gave me like the feeling like the itch to like start reading. Because I was, like I told you, people say it's good to read. And I'm like, okay, well, instead of TikTok, I can read something. But like, what am I going to read? It's
so fun, bro. And I get reminded by TikTok to get on it. Did you know that TikTok sends out reminders?
What?
Because I don't be on it all day until the end of the night. It's like, oh, here's some TikTok that we think you haven't watched. Or don't end your streak with this one. Or you haven't talked to this person in so long. And I'm like, dang, bro, you be on my stuff.
It's crazy because sometimes I watch, like, I'm constantly sending my brother stuff. And then I just want like go through TikTok or whatever, and then something that I randomly like find funny, and I'm like, oh, my brother's gonna like this. I heart and save. For some reason, I do both, but I heart and save.
Let's not talk about your saves again, please.
Let's not talk about it. But I heart and save, and then automatically, where the little comment box would be, it would be like share with, and then it recommends my brother. It like knows which one he would like to.
No, here it is. Something is definitely faulty with my brain. I want books that have a healthy amount of angst in them. The angstier the better. I'm talking like jerker, heart-shattering kind of books where an asshole mistreats a person to the point that she falls into depression. And it got so freaking specific. And I was like, yes, that's what I want to read. This is it. Give it to me. And then I have 1,000 of Reddit responses telling me what to read next.
Oh my god.
Look it up on Reddit. You don't have to look it up on TikTok.
That's true, yeah. I have to look it up. I have to see what vibe I'm feeling and then look it up that way. Because I did think about TikTok, but now that makes more sense.
I started thinking about finishing the Dark Forest series.
Which one's that one?
3-Body Problem.
Wait, that's called the Dark Forest series?
I think it's a 3-Body Problem series, but the next book is the Dark Forest.
Oh.
But it's been the Dark Forest for so long because it keeps haunting my nightmares whenever I see it in my books, and I'm like, okay, new book. But I want to finish reading it so bad because it's good. And it's like fantasy, and it has like sound science in it, so it'll make me feel like I'm not just reading dark romance.
True.
And then I might transition into self-help books or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'll start looking into that as well, but we'll see.
So we found out I'm either really loud, or Fernando and Mike just hate each other.
I do not hate Mike. What the?
I stepped away for like 30 seconds, and 30 seconds full of silence, man.
It was not even 30 seconds.
It was like a minute.
Okay, so what happened was I pulled up to Pre's house, and then I knocked, because I always knock before walking in. And then Mike opened the door. I was like, oh, hi. And then I started walking over here, and then he was bringing the chairs, so I grabbed the chairs, and then he walked back to the living room, so I started setting up.
That was it.
Yeah.
All I heard was an assembly line going, and I was like, bro, why are they treating each other like coworkers? Are they not friends? Are they just friends by association? Because I know good and well the second I walk out of here, I'm going to start yapping. And yapping with my heart and chest, man. I'm not particularly quiet.
Well, I don't know. I don't have topics to, well, as we're talking here. But I don't know. It was just like, hi. But I mean,
Hi.
we can yap. We've yapped before, but
True.
it was just a quick like, hi. And then, oh, get to work. Clock
Second
in.
job. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why. But you wanted to bring up the news?
Yeah, I just heard it. No, because today, initially, I didn't really have plans for the day, but then me and Mike were like, wait, let's just go get food. And Mike popped his tire on the way in.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know how, but it was popped, and I was like, well, I have a car, thankfully. Let's head out. So we went to get Taco Bell or whatever, which, once again, I love Taco Bell, but I swear it's the same 3 ingredients, just flipped in different ways.
Yeah, it really is.
Mike just likes it taco-shaped. I liked it hexagon-shaped. Because I always get the crunch wrap.
The crunch.
But it all smells the same. It's all the same ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. That's what.
But it kicks. It hits every time.
I love their quesadillas, though.
Oh, their quesadillas are immaculate. Have you tried their new Cantina quesadilla?
I don't think so.
Fire.
Fire.
But anything that Taco Bell puts out, fire. No, yeah, okay. So we left the house, and you had asked me what time are we doing the podcast, and I was like, I don't know. Later, I guess. Whenever you feel like it.
Because I was like, oh, okay, so today we're doing it on a Saturday, so I was like, maybe she still has something going on in the morning, so maybe, like, she can give me a time frame. But apparently not, because you were just like, whatever time.
I was just going with the hope that you wouldn't want to do it at 10 in the morning.
Oh, no. No.
I was just like, I really, really hope it's like the same thing as always, and he decides to come over really late.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm out of town right now. Because I was out and about, and I was thinking, and I've been wanting an eyebrow piercing for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's always been like that sweet temptation, but I used to have 2 other face piercings, and I felt like that was too crowded. Which, don't get me wrong, a lot of people look good with them.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd get overwhelmed by him.
I could see your thought process behind that too, like having too much.
Yeah. And I wasn't wearing any makeup, and I was like, I want a face piercing right now. And Mike was like, no impulsive decisions. And I was like, I have gotten all of my tattoos and piercings based on impulse, aside from like 3. What do you mean? I don't regret them. I've had most of these for years.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, let me text Elizabeth, one of my best friends. And she was like, do it. Which, terrible. It'd be like texting you and you'd be like, why not?
Why not?
Go
exactly.
ahead. And then I was like, okay, final nail in the coffin. I got my septum done with Diana, my other best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if she still has hers in and hasn't taken it out, because I've seen her for a while, but I never actually pay attention if she has her septum or not.
Oh, yeah,
But I was like, if she still has hers in, I'm gonna shut up and be quiet. But if she has taken hers out since then, that's my sign.
That's her sign.
And as I texted her waiting for her response, she didn't text me back. I was scrolling through TikTok and they were like, "This is your sign to get an eyebrow piercing." And I was
my god.
Man, this is lighting up for me. This is lighting up a little too good. So then I'm desperate and I call Diana and I'm like, "Do you still have your step down?" Because I saw something this morning that was like, I don't even be texting my friends good morning anymore. I just go in with the questions. And she was like, good question, because I haven't put a new piercing in a while. And I was like, awesome. Perfect. Exactly what I need to hear. Thank you. Love you.
That was your green light to go.
So I was like, okay, you drop me off at the piercing spot, you go get Taco Bell, and then you pick me up on the way back.
And then so it happened.
It happened. I'm really happy about it. I really, really, really like it.
I think it looks good.
It really, really, really hurt. Because I was sitting there in the chair and the lady was like, well, as many piercings as you have, I feel like it shouldn't hurt anymore. And I was like, wow, I'm a wuss. I've been a wuss through every single one.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people on TikTok where they get it too, and I was like,
I can't even look at it, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, how? Like, that just looks like it hurts.
I have to sit there and close my eyes. Because, like, the thing is, they have to put the needle through you, the hollow needle through you. And then they have to follow the hollow needle with the piercing. And that is the worst feeling. Like, fine, stab me all you want. That's okay. But then feeling the tube leave my body and the piercing coming in, I'm like, ugh. Kill me now. And she was like, you did great. Me over here sweating. My pits are hot. And she was like, thank you so much. This is great.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it, and they're always like squinch. What is it? Squinching their eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that just looks painful. But you got it done, and it looks great.
Thank you. I think it was worth it. I think that's the piercing I'm meant to have. I love it. But in other news, we have realized we have very important world news that it's probably going to be old news by the time this video comes out.
Yeah, you're going to see this like a month out.
Exactly, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Paquita la del barrio died.
Bro. Oh my god.
Hi.
I remember seeing that news and I was like, wait, is this for real? And then I saw like another influencer, like a random influencer on TikTok. They were like, I can't believe it or whatever. I was like, oh my god, it actually happened.
No, I sent it to my mom freaking out and she was like, oh, I already knew about that. And you didn't tell me? You didn't think I didn't care about this national treasure passing away? Exactly. Yes, I haven't thought about her in like 10 years.
Yeah, but
I can remember that one song about the rat.
Exactly.
And you're not telling me? Wow.
I know. I told my parents because I had already seen it, but then I was in the living room and just scrolling through my saves trying to just find a random like TikTok to show someone, and then that one came up and I was like did you see this? And it was like those TikTok reactions of where they're like, oh my god, such and such died at. They were like, what? They were like, she's like, is that for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, this is like 2 days ago. And then they hadn't seen it, and they were like, oh my god. But yeah, she was such an icon, and she passed away.
But the reaction that I love the most, I think it was like, did you hear that Kris Jenner died? And that lady went, what? No! And started freaking the heck out, bro. I did not make that much fuss when my father died. My mom started screaming, and I was like, all right, payment. Like, you're here? We need you right here right now. This is not a time to be sentimental.
I know. I saw all those reactions, and they were like crazy. They were like, what? Like, okay.
Maybe we just be nonchalant.
But yeah, because I saw it. I saw when that news came up, and I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, okay, well.
Yeah. No, my mom brings it up so casually, and I hate it low-key because, like, okay, we be nonchalant, but my mom goes crazy. Because she was like, you remember that lady that you used to work with? And I was like, not really. She's like, oh, yeah, they ran her over yesterday, and she's dead. And I was like, Ma! She was like, what? She's dead. And I was like,
what? She's
Mother in Christ.
What?
Have a little more sensitivity.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But
oh my god.
that was crazy. So, Me and Mike have this anime that we like to watch. It's called Dr.Stone. Have you ever heard about it?
I've heard that name before, but I can't remember from where. But I don't know anything about it. But I've heard the name before.
It's super good. Long story short, it's about this everybody in humanity got petrified, like they got like made into stone.
Mm-hmm.
And we're jumping forward like 3,000, 300,000. Mike! How far did they jump in Dr. Stone? How many years did we skip? 4,000 years. It's in 4,000 years.
Ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
And our main character starts waking up.
From being like a stone?
Yeah, because he was under a cave which had nitric acid and some other science words. And he woke up and started like trying to rebuild like himself, trying to get a shelter, trying to get food, trying to rebuild that revival fluid that woke him up so he can revive his best friends up. And he revives him, and then they start reviving other people, and then we get to like the weird little like gray area where he revives someone a little too strong to save them from like a mountain lion, but then that person thinks that they should be leaders. And it's a whole thing. And now they're traveling to America, and there's another genius that was awake in America who's been utilizing cornfields, and now they're attacking them. And they woke up around the same time, and this guy from America has built gunpowder, obviously in America, in the time that
Makes
Japan
sense.
used to travel continents, America was building guns. But they can defend themselves.
Their priority.
And they start tearing up with each other. Point is, what I was going to ask, what would you do if you woke up in the stone era with the knowledge that you have today? Because obviously we're not geniuses like the main character that started like, building boats and rebuilding society and like rebuilding like crops and learning how to use nitric acid.
Because that's giving the topic that we talked about last week of the zombie apocalypse. I think that was like last week.
Yeah.
And because like, what are you gonna do after? So it's giving the same scenario. I don't know what I would do. If I would wake up, I would probably like die because like
I can't revive nobody.
Like how am I gonna figure this out?
I'm gonna start a walk and
If
just
it's
keep on walking
stone era, where am I gonna get food?
You have to cultivate your food.
But do I want to live that much? No. Like, cause then what?
I told Mike I wish they would wake me up when society has been rebuilt.
Exactly. Like, can you wait for that?
Like, leave me in the back.
Yeah.
Forget about me for a little bit. Y'all deal with it.
Don't even
and then
worry
wake me
about
up.
it. You can store me in the back.
Yeah, I can go to the new councils when y'all rebuild them, and then I'll figure out my life from there. But like to like wake up and start have to harvest.
Yeah, cause like, what are you gonna do? I mean, put in that scenario.
I did realize though.
Don't think I would do anything.
At some point, they were like, "Oh yeah, back in the Egyptian era, people were gifted beer after like a long day at work." And I jokingly turned to Mike and I was like, "Dang, I'd have Rome built in a day, bro. In a day."
For a beer.
I'm winning.
Oh my god. Be like, do I get an extra one today? I got more done.
But that was crazy. I was like, damn, they were building alcoholics since day one. Well, just talk about the pyramids. That's so odd.
Okay.
Do you think the aliens built them?
I don't even know. I've seen the conversation about it and how they say like, oh, like all they had is time, but like that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of time.
Like, also, who came up with the idea to build them? Why are you building them? Like, what's the point of it? And then there's also the topic of, oh, we don't have the technology to build them today. What do you mean? We don't? It seems like we would.
Well, they did.
Exactly, if they did. And we're such advanced, like, what?
Oh, yeah, because I was watching this TikTok that was, like, humanity and, like, I want to say, like, the freaking cowboy, like, even before America existed, how they were using horses and carriages.
Mm-hmm.
And up until, like, the 1900s. Or the early 19th century, early 20th century, they were still using horses and carriages. Mm-hmm. And between that time and now we have motorcycles and cars, and we have all these ways of travel. And then someone in the comments randomly went, yeah, in Three Body Problem, that's why other societies would be so scared of us. And then somebody else commented, damn, the self-glazing goes crazy. It's true. In like 2,000 years, we advanced only so much between travel. In the last
That's
200,
true.
we skyrocketed in technology.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
goes crazy.
that's true. I mean, we've seen it for ourselves, like from when we were born to
Dial-up
now.
internet to AI.
Exactly. So I mean, it advances pretty quick, but that's why I'm saying I'm like, how do they not have the technology for that? But also, I feel like I would have to go and see the period myself and be like,
Dang, that's huge.
okay, they didn't build this.
Wait, let me show you. I hope I liked it.
Oh.
Okay, so you had both.
Yeah, I had a both.
Me and my family are in Soho, London.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, that's that real reaction that he hadn't posted yet.
It's
The
so
Spud Bros one.
crazy.
Okay, so we paused for a little bit.
Yeah.
God bless Fernando. Whenever he edits, I know he has to sit through 30 minutes of damn guys, get to the point. You guys talk every single time that you guys do this, and you guys have to do it mid-episode. Okay, so the whole point that I was trying to bring was that technology is so advanced. I saw a TikTok earlier that was like the new humanoid robot AI thing
Oh.
was flinching to life.
I saw that one. I saw it. Yeah.
And everyone in the comments was like, they made 10 movies, 20 movies warning us why not to do this.
I saw it too, and it looked kind of creepy, like the way he was twitching and like.
I was like, just bring him on, bro.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm like, come on.
True.
I also saw an asteroid video that was like, oh, what happens if the asteroid hits New York tomorrow? In 2032. And everybody in the comments was like, that's a 2032 problem.
Exactly.
And I was like, bro, just take me out.
Just
I don't care.
realistically, what are you gonna do?
Exactly. No, somebody was like, let me talk to him. I'm different.
Let me talk to. I always see comments under that, whenever it's an asteroid like that, they're always like, "Hey, y'all think I would let this happen?"
So, while I was bringing up TikTok, we happened to Keith Lee be the first one to pop up in my For You page.
I heard the voice, and she was like, "Did you?" And I was like, "Yes."
Dude, I've been in such a rabbit hole. There's just one girl on TikTok defending British food with her life, and she's the only soldier they have. Everyone in the comments is like, she has the whole country on her back right now.
Oh my god. So, it was the review for the, what is it?
Spud Bros.
Spud Bros, the jack potatoes that they make.
But the thing is, British food has always been known for being bad.
Yeah, it's always like...
It looks dry and hot at the same time. No,
Yeah.
wet and hot at the same time.
It's always the toast with beans, or everything
The
with
Chinese
beans.
with curry
Oh,
sauce.
yeah, I've seen that one too.
And chips.
And chips. So,
Yes.
we literally just saw the TikTok of his review.
And I'm sure everyone has seen it by now.
Yeah, at this point, it's a month.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has seen it.
The
But
British were angry, bro. The Spud Bros line triplicated after the Keith Lee clip
Really?
leaked. Yeah. After he was saying that Spud Bros was disgusting, that line had was down the block. Defending Spud Bros.
I mean, I've seen their TikToks. I had seen them way before too, and I was always interesting, but I wouldn't be opposed to try it.
I don't know, man. Right now I'm hungry, but when I'm not hungry, I'm thinking tuna. Your tuna and beans, bro. Stop it. The cheese. I'm
Yeah,
good. The garlic
the
butter, the cheese. Mm.
That's what I'm saying. Their other ones look good, but then they started adding tuna
Tuna and sweet beans.
and sweet beans, which I already don't really like beans like that. So
You don't?
No, I don't know why, but I'm trying to grow out of it, but it's okay. But yeah,
I love tuna, Loki.
but yeah, I like tuna as well. So that's what I'm like. Is it really that bad?
No, because I'm hungry and I'm telling you, I saw Keith Lee's bowl and I was like,
I know. We just saw the review, and I was like, wait, it kind of looks
hear me out.
hear me out. It kind of looks good. But yeah, he didn't like it.
Which I can't blame him because I feel like if I had a full tummy, I wouldn't like it either. But then we saw his wife and the rest of his family love it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, is he on to something?
Is he onto something? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would still low key try it. Like, I feel like
If I was at the level of hunger I am right now, I would eat it.
I would just try it just to see what it tastes like. But at the same time, like I told, I also don't like sweet beans.
Yeah, the thing about it is I hear like they're like ketchup flavored sweets.
Oh no, thanks.
That's where your line is. Not
That's-
the tuna on the beans. That's
No.
the straight line.
Well, because it's the Heinz brand. I guess that makes
Oh.
sense. But I mean, he liked the other one.
Whatever. But it was something like, what's the most big bag thing you've done? And someone was like, I put an alarm at 5 a.m. so I could wake up and eat the leftovers before my siblings did. Someone else said I had to make a quick run to McDonald's to get a snack on my way to Taco Bell. So I ordered my DoorDash order, and the guy said, "Have a great party." I was just ordering for myself. That's the most big bag thing you've done.
I ordered from 2 places at once. Like one time, me and my cousin were going to get food, and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of craving wings, but also like a bowl, like a rice bowl, sounds kind of good." And we ordered from both. But yeah, I think that one, ordering from 2 different places at the same time, like to get different tastes, is crazy.
No, mine would have to be going from eating chips, then going into the buffet with my mother, like eating a good 5 solid plates of food, then coming home and hitting up a ramen. This happened like last week.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, and then cut to the next day. I probably didn't eat anything.
Yeah. I feel like you stay full for the next day, because whenever I have even the Korean barbecue, I mean, that's a lot. Like, we go through a lot of things, and I feel like I'm still full the next day.
I don't know, man. I feel like I just like give my stomach whiplash. What are we gonna get today? An
Whipla-
8-course meal
Eight-
or nothing?
Or nothing.
Or vape juice and a coffee? What are we
Yeah.
seeing today? So I have some younger transition. Put like a little rainbow. Put the just SpongeBob rainbow. Imagination.
Imagination.
Transition. So I was talking to some of my coworkers, and they're fairly like younger than me. And they were like, "Oh yeah, like we'd always used to watch PBS Kids," and they'd be talking about shows, and they're like, "Priscilla, you don't know about the shows?" And I'm like, "No." What? They're like, "Yeah, it was always PBS Kids or like some other like channel," and I was like, "I was watching Nickelodeon, Disney XD, bro."
Disney XD is where it was at.
I know. There was this one show. It was like a little kid with a helmet.
With the helmet.
It was a white helmet with a red stripe.
Hmm.
And it was like a little kid that used to do a ton of things with a motorcycle.
What? I don't remember that one.
Oh, Kick Batowski?
Kick tasking?
Kick Batowski? Either I'm just yapping just to yap, or I'm going to uncover something from your memories.
Wait. Maybe. Wait.
Why does that look familiar?
Yeah, like, what is that? Oh my god, wait. You did uncover something, but what? I don't oh, yeah, because I remember him.
The side character that I do not remember.
I don't know. Wait, I remember that.
I don't know nothing about the show.
I don't know anything about it, but
I know he had a motorcycle in a dream.
I remember that one.
Oh, don't get me started with I'm in the band.
I'm in the band.
I feel like nobody remembers that show. That was like the first Disney.
I mean, I
show.
barely remember that one. I don't know. My go-to was always the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Love
them.
them.
And I don't know, just all the other Disney XD channels, like
Kicking It, Lab Rats.
Oh, Lab Rats was so good.
Dude, whenever they did the whole little combination of Lab Rats and Kicking It together,
Oh yeah,
I ate that up.
Yeah.
That was my spinoff. That was my crossover, man.
I remember.
Marvel had nothing on this.
Yeah, Lab Rats. Was Jesse on when we were?
Jesse was on Disney.
It was probably just regular Disney, but yeah, it was all the Disney XD channels, like literally.
I also love Jesse.
And it was always like repeats. Like my parents would always be like, and be like, why are you? Didn't y'all just watch it? Yeah, but
Okay, that's all we have, bro.
that's all we have. Like,
We can't sit here on Netflix and watch episode by episode. We have to just take what we get.
Exactly. If it's the same thing, oh well.
That's it. Zoe 101.
That sounds familiar, but I can't remember. Zoe
I
101.
made that shit up, bro. Carly, Victorious, Hannah Montana, bro. I loved Hannah Montana.
I don't think I watched. I know people rave a lot about Victorious, iCarly, but I never watched any of those either.
What about Hannah Montana?
I don't think so.
Bro, I rewatched it as an adult. Love it.
I know.
That's where my love for Miley Cyrus came from.
When Disney Plus started like putting all the O channels, I was like, gotta watch them.
You haven't.
I haven't, but I was like, whoa, like.
I did rewatch Victorious, and I'm part of the Tory haters, but now I'm kind of like, okay, girly pop is a TV show. Calm
It's a
down.
TV show. I can't remember anything else, but it it was on Disney XD.
Yeah, but as children, I know for sure Peppa Pig was in there.
Really?
Like, very deep in there. Like, I had to be like 5.
When did Peppa Pig come out?
Too long ago.
I don't remember Peppa Pig. I remember Peppa Pig more recently.
Is there any that you had whenever you were like a child?
Child? Probably not, because we didn't get like TV until later on. Like much later on. I don't know. There's some random show, maybe like when we were younger.
Backyardigans. I used to watch them hoes.
See, my brain is mixing up. I don't know if I remember it because I heard it more recently, or if I actually watched it.
The Penguin Dude.
Clifford.
Clifford was good.
But I don't remember where I watched that either.
It never made sense scientifically, no.
No, but I was like, I
what
want
do
a
you
dog
mean
like
he
that.
got so much love, and he grew bigger. Why is my dog not growing bigger? Why do I have a Chihuahua the bit? Does he not get love? Is my Chihuahua not getting enough love?
Of all dogs, a Chihuahua.
Like, obviously, all we had growing up was Chihuahua.
But the smallest dog that you can
And
compare.
obviously, they're not getting enough love. If they're not growing as big as Clifford, Clifford did it. So I'm not loving my dog enough. That's fake of me.
I was always like, ugh, I want a Clifford.
And then you got Chihuahua.
And then I got a Chihuahua. I can't remember. There was another channel on, I think there was PBS Kids, but it was like 1 or 2 shows. I can't remember. But because the TV was always on Disney XD, and then it would just be so happen that it would be playing a random show that I didn't want to watch.
What about Cartoon Network?
I don't know. I would have to see a list, but I don't remember.
Something about Imaginary Friends. Sam's Imaginary Friends. The blue guy. And the red tall guy.
No. I don't remember that.
What about Ben 10?
No.
The kid with the watch?
I know who he is. I know who he is now, but I don't remember watching him growing up.
Huh. Maybe I was too stuck to the TV and didn't go outside enough.
But, I mean, I have horrible memories, so, I mean, I could have watched it, and I just don't remember.
I mean, Kick Butowski evoked something.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. What?
Flashbacks.
Flashbacks. It was crazy, but, yeah, I mean, they were great shows, and low-key, like, now I'm going to go watch them. Am I going to? No. Because I have a whole row of shows. I mean, Demon Slayer. My pharmacist recommended like The Hero on Call or something. It's a new show that came up on Netflix, and it's giving like it's just like people working at a hospital, and I've started watching it, and it's pretty fun and funny and interesting.
Have you finished my name?
I haven't finished My Name, but I loved My Name. I don't know. It's because then when I sit down and I'm like, what am I going to watch?
No, I get it.
And then it's like a bunch of dedication. Like, you have to dedicate now the rest of your night.
No, it's going to be something you really, really like. Because there'd be like 12 episode shows that me and Mike have taken like months to finish watching. Whenever like this one season of this really good show that we always watch comes out with 15 episodes, we watch it in like 2 nights.
There was one show that I binge watched when Squid Games.
Same.
Squid Games, I binge watched
the same
it.
day it came out.
Literally. Literally.
But put another 12 episode show in front of me. God, what did I have to do? I think I have to clean.
Like, I don't want to say that. But that's why I get stuck on YouTube so much, because it's like quick. Like, okay, I'm done with that video. next. Versus like a show, though I love them, it just feels like I get stuck and now I want to sit here until 5 in the morning and finish the whole series.
No, yeah.
And realistically, I don't want to do that.
But I do be doing it.
But sometimes when I get in the groove of things, I'm like, you know what, tonight.
No, it's never that. It's more so, I can do one more episode. Let me just half of the episode. Just like 15 minutes. Let me see what happens next.
Because the other show that I watched a lot was Grey's Anatomy. I got through a lot of seasons of it. And then they started killing off people. And then...
how do you kill off people in a hospital?
Well, like, they would have, like, an accident happen. Like, well, I haven't even gotten to that part. But, like, on one of them... one of the episodes, like, some of them are gonna crash in an airplane, like, traveling to get something, I guess. I don't know. But then, yeah, I haven't gone back to it. And then I'm still yet to finish My Name, though I like it really much. But I just haven't gone back.
I've seen things on Shameless.
And Shameless?
I really want to watch Shameless. That's a Gallagher show, right?
It's a what?
The Gallagher show, like Lip Gallagher, Frank Gallagher, Fiona Gallagher. I might be wrong.
I don't know.
Who knows? But I've been seeing TikTok edits, and it's making me want to watch it. You know when you get enough TikTok edits, and TikTok thinks you're watching it, and I'm like, I've never seen this in my life, but now I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, TikTok has always recommended, like, someone just like uploads a clip of a show or like a movie, and I'm like, I should go watch that. I'm not going to, but
I save it just in case.
I
Which
save
I
it.
never look at my saves, but
And
that's just
then
me.
you know how many saves I have. Ain't no way I'm gonna find it anymore. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you have any any shows that you absolutely love or want to talk about, the comments are free.
Yeah,
You pay nothing.
you can literally put a whole storyline down there.
And guess what? All you wasted was 30 seconds of your time.
Yeah.
Unless you type really slow.
Or if you want to recommend something.
Or something for us to talk about, too.
Something for us to talk about. It'll get added to the list and eventually, maybe.
Not the list that I literally posted on TikTok that we're never going to get to. But I feel like if someone were to comment on it.
No, for real. I mean, maybe you get our vibe now, and then there's something that, wait, I might like this. Even though, I don't know. But, yeah. Well, anyways, this was fun.
Super fun. You can follow. Well, if you like this episode, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Anything helps. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked us enough, you can also follow us on
Instagram and TikTok at Let's Get Tipsy Podcast.
And Twitter and YouTube at Let's Get Tipsy Pod.
And then if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Instagram at Fernando M643 and
Lovely Priscila with 2 Y's.
Everything is always linked down below. So if you want to find it, it'll be down below.
Sick. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Don't drink and drive, and drink responsibly.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.